Fuzzy Belvedere, we're going to be here for another 20-ish minutes, maybe 25 minutes. We got to talk about Gears of War.
Yeah.
This has been a rumor. You heard now Mag, obviously, who was a panel member on Primetime Gaming, is now a co-host to XNC with Colt Eastwood. Basically did a video. He started his YouTube channel, and his first video is, well, him speaking specifically about Gears of War E-Day coming this year. Now, is that a possibility? Look, I want to give my hot take on it. I'll get yours. In the chat, please get involved. Okay, here's the thing. The Gears of War collection, or the Marcus Phoenix collection that was done in Unreal Engine 5, is a thing. It exists. I've been told so. We all know that it exists. Special Nick is the one that broke the story years ago from Xbox era. He wasn't wrong then, and neither am I. This game exists. Now, does that game release after E-Day because E-Day is quote-unquote a sequel? I don't think so. I think that, and again, this is just me. I'm just, throwing it out there. 2026 will make the 20th anniversary of the Gears of War franchise, if I'm not mistaken, right? It would be the 20th?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it'd be the 20th anniversary. Why would you ruin that perfect storm in 26 to put out E-Day now? Right? The 19th anniversary? It doesn't match. How I predict things are happening, and this is just my opinion, it's not what I've heard, is that you take the Gears of War or the Marcus Phoenix collection and you drop it this year. Now, I have heard that it's going to be Gears 1, 2, and 3, supposedly some cutting room floor stuff that was taken out of Gears 2 and 3 is going to be a part of this. Right, that because back in the 360 days they were limited to what they can do. Now we're in a whole different realm, and that it's going to release in a trilogy. Now, there's also rumors that trilogy could be coming to PlayStation. I don't know so much about that, to be honest with you. If the rumor is that they're getting the Gears of War Ultimate Collection, on PlayStation, that does not make any sense to me. So I don't think it is. I think that is going to be an exclusive to PC and to Xbox this year. Now, in 2026, where, of course, E-Day is where I would release it, you got the 20th anniversary of Gears of War. You got the 25th anniversary of Halo, the 25th anniversary of Xbox, I'll put it to you this way. You think 2025 is going to be bombastic? Fuzzy, 2026 is the anniversary of the platform, the 25th anniversary of Halo Combat Evolved, and the 20th anniversary of the Gears of War franchise. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about how crazy 2026 is going to be. You could get Perfect Dark that same year. You could get, it's a lot. I'll put it to you that way. And we're only 13 days into 2025. I'm already looking forward to 2026 because you could get all of those anniversaries, new hardware, and a new handheld. The first handheld in Xbox's platform history could be releasing in the same year. Like, I don't understand how Xbox is dead, but again, bringing it, ruling it back in to talk about Gears of War. I don't see Gears of War E-Day releasing this year. I do, in fact, though, see Gears, the Marcus Phoenix collection releasing this year, redone in Unreal Engine 5, 1, 2, and 3. Stuff that was pulled out of Part 2 and Part 3 is what I'm hearing is going to be added. So it's going to be new footage, just like Gears of War 1 Ultimate Edition, where you had that fight with that big creature. Fuzzy Belvedere.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think this is going to go? Because, again, there are a lot of people out there who have connections to actual Microsoft headquarters that are in firm belief that E-Day is this year. Do you believe them, or do you kind of feel that we should or could get the Marcus Phoenix collection released this year first?
I'm leaning more towards the Marcus Phoenix collection being released prior. Like, my big thing was, even before it was named E-Day, I just had in the back of my mind, all right, Gear 6 in 2026. Like, I know I've said this before. 26 would be the year of the sixes. I figured Forza Horizon 6 would be in 26. Elder Scrolls 6 hopefully will be in 26, although it may be pushed to 27. And then I figured there was going to be a delay on even GTA 6, and it wound up being in 26. But before it was called E-Day, I figured Gear 6 being in 26 because of the 20th anniversary kind of made sense to some extent. But now with it being E-Day, kind of like a going back to the origins of the franchise, I could see it being released this year, but I just, something about the 20-year anniversary seems like that's where it would fit a little bit better. Having the Marcus Phoenix collection in, Unreal Engine, having that release first to kind of refresh your memory. And then even though you're still going back further with E-Day, I still think that there would be a reason to at least show like a remaster that's in Unreal Engine first. And then that way you get ready for what's really going to blow your mind with Unreal Engine for the Emergence Day, where I guess they either start a new trilogy or just basically start a new timeline to kind of bring it all back home type of deal. But it just feels like it would be too soon. Like, I was thinking that the people that were talking about E-Day being in 25 were basing it off of like, seeing it at the showcase last year. And usually they try to keep things within a year, but I don't know if their connections are telling them that it could get this year. Remember, we've heard in the background things like State of Decay 3 was originally scheduled for 2025, but they kind of pushed that back to 2026. We also heard there was another game that was supposed to be 2025 that got pushed, but I wasn't expecting Outer Worlds 2 at all for 2025. Like, I figured that was like maybe 2027 range because of what they said in their trailer when they first announced it and stuff, like, oh yeah, it's fairly early or it's coming a few years from now kind of thing. Who knew that those few years would be like a year and a half type of deal? But yeah, for the most part, if it shows up this year, that means all of these studios have figured out a way to get their pipeline fast tracked. Like, they're pushing out content faster than possibly or previously anticipated. I know some games were delayed prior to that, but I think that was still the remnants of like the whole shutdown with COVID and whatnot. But now that that's far behind them and that's in the past, and maybe some of the techniques they've learned as far as remote work and some of the integration between teams and things like that, I guess that's made it a lot easier or smoother to get these games done faster. So if it shows up this year, I'll be pleasantly surprised. But I feel E-Day is 26. Marcus Phoenix makes sense to release this year. And, 26 is going to be a big year with the next gen console, possibly a handheld, whether that's holiday of 25 going into 26 or holiday of 26. Yeah, 26 is going to be a big year any way you look at it, but 25, it's already shaping up to be a huge year for the stuff that we know for a fact is coming, and then some of the rumors as far as the projects being worked on now. But I don't know. I know Mag has those connections, so he's been right before, and usually doesn't speak on stuff unless he's heard from reliable source or multiple sources to kind of verify things. So it'll be interesting to see.
It's funny. I left out a game that could be 2 games actually that could be out in 26 on top of Gears, on top of Halo, which again is it the rumored Combat Evolved redone in Unreal Engine 5? I mean, that would be a great 25th anniversary way to do it. And again, let the new Halo cook. They've been working on it. They got a whole bunch of new staff. They have new leadership. Whatever the next Halo is going to be, let them cook. I would be very happy with a Unreal Engine 5 ground rebuilt of Combat Evolved. That would be pretty dope. I'm going to be honest with you. So you get Gears of War E-Day, which of course is a prequel to Gears of War. You have State of Decay 3 potentially launching next year. You'd also have, well, I mean, we talked about it. Perfect Dark would be launching next year on top of a new Call of Duty, which is rumored to be Infinity Ward's next game launching with the console, right? I mean, it's just bonkers how many games are already slated for 2026, and we're only 13 days into this year. And there is one that I had in my mind that that just ran out of it. I'm trying to think of what else could be coming out in 2026. Oh, Forza Horizon 6.
Yeah.
Now, if Forza Horizon 6 doesn't show up at the Dev Direct, and some of us, including you, think that it just might, based on some commentary, right? If it doesn't show up, that would also be a launch title for the next Xbox. Think about that for a second, folks. The Trinity, Halo, Gears, Forza to launch a new console on the 25th anniversary. You can't write a better script than that. Like, that is just crazy.